What's up, YouTubies? Yo, yo, yo. It's Corsi from Gaming Legit. New intro song. It's being worked on. It's not completely finished. Don't go crazy on me. I realize this is basically the same exact video I posted last time for the Battlefield videos, but this is using a different light machine gun. And I had a couple comments of people. I mean, everybody hates the M60 because everybody sprints around with the M60. As good as the weapon is, it's considered the noob weapon of Battlefield. And so I started using other light machine guns. And I tell you, I love all the light machine guns. It's really fun to start using some of the other ones. I totally forget the name of this one. It shoots so freaking fast. It's awesome. It's balanced out by a very, very low damage. Right here, I initially thought it was a connection problem, but I strafed it just too far away from the demolition points, trying to be cheeky while I was moving around, and it caused me to lose that arming of that demolition point. So, big fail on my part, and so hopefully you guys won't do the same thing. You gotta hug really close up against that demolition point if you're going to be arming it. If you strafe just too far, it's going to abandon completely the entire demolition that you have been doing. So don't do that. That would absolutely suck. Got to do what we can to arm those demolition points. There are little things in this game that I think need to be fixed. Like if someone's trying to arm a demolition point and he's, you know, of course, right on the demolition point, and he's one of your teammates, and he dies, and he drops his kit right by the demolition point. You run up to the demolition point to try to arm the demolition point, and since B is the same button used to pick up weapons, you'll be sitting there trying to arm the demolition point and keep on swapping weapons like all the time. They need to fix that. I don't know how. Like change it to a different button or something. That could be really annoying, and it's ruined a lot of arming opportunities for me because I'm spending the first 6 seconds trying to arm the demolition point while I'm switching weapons. Oh, settle down, Charlie. The bird's going crazy because he's hearing my voice.
Okay, we got that charge in place. Stand by.
I'm playing a pub match 2 definition. I mean, I have no idea who these kids are. None of them were talking. I was the only person with a mic on, and then I just pretty much took it off out of complete frustration because these guys were not communicating or reacting to any of my callouts. And so I just took it off. And so this is more or less just reacting to what the randoms in the game are doing and just kind of incorporating my own tactician into the game. These goofballs, I don't know what they were doing, if they just spawned there. But what, well, actually, I assume because they're spawned there, or not spawned there, but they're standing there, there is a glitch on that part of the demolition point that I recently discovered. I thought they fixed this in recent updates, but I guess maybe not for the squad rush or certain maps. But you can actually disarm and arm that demolition point from being underneath, and so I probably should have used that since that is in the game, but I didn't know about that because I thought they took that out, because on like Valparaiso or some of the other maps where you're supposed to where you can go underneath the docks and arm the demolition points from underneath, they took that out, so you can't do that anymore, but it still exists in this map, and I believe that's what those guys were doing, because like a couple games after this, the demolition point kept on getting disarmed while I was in that room, and I was like, WTF, what the hell is going on? Nobody's here. It's like my connection this laggy that someone's running in here and he's disarming it and I can't even tell he's in here. And then I found out that just kept on running underneath that boat and disarming it from underneath, which is retarded. That guy was standing right there. I get completely freaking embarrassed. Don't do that. I was doing that purely for video entertainment. That was just stupid. I mean, when you come up to a guy and you got it, guy's back to you, and you have like the engineer kit or like a medic kit, and you know you can switch over to your tool or your gadget, as they call them. Like, you always want to do it because it's like when you do it, you're like, bitch. It's a slap across the face when you die by one of those things. And you're like, basically, like, it's like the equivalent of getting dry humped in Halo. You know, after you kill someone, you're squatting on their face, teabagging them. Anyways, I think I should have got that kill, like, you know, but that bush blocked it. Oh well. This is like the most brilliant grenade. Here's a very little strategy I think I used, was it here? Yes, it was right here. Okay, so I threw down a health pack and I'm sitting here for a second even though I don't need it. The reasoning behind that is after I killed that guy, I timed his kill cam. And you guys need to do this when you're playing in a game. You don't foolishly, after you kill someone, especially if you're close to a demolition point in these really small squad rush games, don't just start sprinting to the demolition point, because the guy's watching your camera for 7 seconds, like proceeding after his death. And so you want to play him. You want to mess with their head. You'll see shortly the guy that went for me took off and he ran over to where he thought I was, because I played him. I made him think that I was sitting there on that health pack not moving. Now if I started sprinting around, I doubt he would have made that same run. I think he would have went around the back trying to look for me as I turned that corner. Little things like that will win squad rush games, because you always want to catch guys off guard in this game. You take 2 or 3 guys down, you get a demolition point armed. It's pretty much done at that point. I mean, as soon as you post up in some of these buildings, it's, you know, game over. You got it. Also, pick and choose when you're going to arm these demolition points. That was in the strat as well. You don't want to just rush in and arm these demolition points unless you've taken down a couple people. And you might get lucky every once in a while and be able to take one of them down. But you notice right now I am not going for that demolition point. I'm going to revive my guy. He's standing right by the demolition point. I'm assuming he's going to try to arm it. And then I'm going to go into more of a defensive role, because I know I only killed one of them and there's 3 other teammates floating around here somewhere. I know there's a sniper above me, unless somebody took him out. Now, this I do not recommend. I got lucky when I did this. I healed him and I used my teammate as cover, because when you first revive someone, they're like basically invincible for a second. And then I switch out, and I should have got a double kill right there, but I ran out of ammo. The reason why I suggested not to revive a guy like that is because it's the most annoying thing in the world when you die and your teammate goes and revives you without checking who killed him or where the guy was. I basically was assuming that the guy that killed my teammate that I was going to revive was somewhere else. And when I turned the corner, he happened to be right there. And if he would have killed me, there's 2 tickets dropped off, and there's possibly a disarming of the demolition point we just armed. And so you just gotta pick and choose when you're gonna revive guys. Don't just run out blindly and just try to revive guys. The medic kit is really, really good, and I fancy it heavily for squad rush games. I get pinched right here. This is one thing, another thing I should say, in Bad Company 2 that I absolutely cannot stand, is that you get hung up on everything. You'll be running and then full sprint, and then suddenly you'll just be like, stop, and you can't move anywhere. The reason why I sprinted to that demolition point is because there's a teammate in that building, and I pretty much was assuming, since he was in the building, I was safe, and he was looking over the demolition point. He was kind of watching it. But then now I'm seeing that he was just making it to the roof, because all he wants to do is rack up a giant KDR. Kind of annoying. It could be super frustrating playing squad rush games. I mean, sometimes I'll go 4 or 5 games in a row, like consecutively, without getting a decent squad or someone that actually is playing legit. Revive my teammate. I'm doing quite a bit of revives considering the size of the game. Demolition point's armed, and I can hear the turret going, so I automatically check the turret in that building because it's such a key point in this map. But he's right on the other side of the fence. Take him out. Before I start sprinting to revive, I'm doing exactly what I told you guys to do, is to check your surroundings first, make sure that the enemies are cleared out. So I revived a guy, missed a revive on the other guy who revived too fast. I tried to go into a reload for my light machine gun, because these guns have massive amounts of ammo, so you can suppress a large number of people. However, can't do it in time, so I make a smart decision to switch over to my pistol to kill the guy before he arms the demolition point, and that ends up getting us the win. I'm Corzy from Gaming Legit. I hope you like to see this Atacama Desert, even though I know I posted a Battlefield video very similar to this before, but I think it exhibits some good strategy and techniques. God bless you. Subscribe to me if you're not a subscriber already. Comment, like, peace out.